And as I said at the very beginning of this video, if you stayed till this part, I'm gonna throw in a big curveball. There are some people that say, man, if I could just win the lottery, even $1 million, just 1 million, I'd be rich. And then I could maybe, move to Thailand and live forever like a king. But could you? Really? Watch the rest of this video and you might find out a big surprising difference. 20 seconds of Thailand Rob. So, yeah, as the title says, you got $1 million. And you think, wow, well with the conversion rate, even being 30 baht to $1 US, you could take that million and bring it over here and live forever. But could you? And also, by the way, in the middle of this video, before you click off anything, there's gonna be a big shocker surprise, so just hold on. So I'm here at Sum Prime by the beach because, well, I've got the whole resort pool area to myself and a couple of friends, and they've got a special going on here, which is Chang beer, buy one get one free. One beer, 80 baht, which equals 2 beers. Yes, you did the math right, because this is a mathematical video. 40 baht for a Chang beer. By the pool, in a resort, by yourself, in Phuket, Thailand. So, I'm here to tell you about $1 million US and how long that's gonna last you here in Thailand. So my first thought before I came over to Thailand was, how much would my retirement go? How far would my retirement go if I moved to Thailand? And then once I got over here and I started experiencing, I saw I could go many different ways instead of just going one way. So let's just take the number $1 million US. Most people would say, okay, if I have $1 million US, I'm pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Let's not even talk about taxes or anything, but you've got $1 million and you come over to Thailand and you start saying, okay, well, I'm gonna retire here. Well, I started doing the math and I'm gonna let you know, surprisingly enough, that 1 million could be way more than you need, or it could be way less than you need. And the reason being is there's so many different ways that people spend their monies over here. I know people that live literally like $1,000 US a month. And I know other people that spend up to 6,000 a month. It just depends on the lifestyle that you want to live. You want to live in Phuket, the most expensive part all of Thailand, and Bangkok, less than Phuket? Or do you want to go to Isan, where every dollar is like maximized and you can live really, really inexpensively for a decent amount of living? One thing I've noticed in the past couple of years is some of the younger people, when I say younger, I mean below 50 years old, that come over here and choose to either retire, or maybe they want to start a bar or a restaurant or something like this. And some of them have family support, which is really cool. I mean, like, mom and dad are well enough that they can subsidize the living of a person here in Thailand. That's cool, but what I've also realized is some people have this false belief that even if they brought over $1 million US at 35 years old, that they could live off of that probably for the rest of their life. And I'm telling you, that's probably never going to be a possibility if you don't have some supportive income coming in. If you don't have work, you don't have Social Security, you don't have subsidizing from your parents or family or a trust fund, then you probably will not be able to just take $1 million and make it last over 30 years. And that's the magic number I want to talk about. So let's say you're 50 years old and you plan on living to 80 and you have $1 million. How much would that be each year without taxes being included? You're going to look around 25 to 3,000 US a month. That would be a great living, right? I mean, you could do okay. You could live in Phuket on 3,000 US and have your car and have your motorbike and have a nice house with a view and go to resorts. That would be great, wouldn't it? And if you lived in Isan, man, you just would be the cream of the crop. I mean, you could have a couple of cars, a couple of houses, just a farm. You would be like rock star status with 2,500, 3,000 US a month. Yes. However, if you come over here at 35, with $1 million, then now let's split that money in about half of what you had before. And trust me, with me and the way that I've lived, and I know people that live off of around $1,000 US a month, it is possible to live off of $1,000 US a month, but I don't know your lifestyle, and I don't have a car, I don't buy a lot of stuff, I don't do a lot of traveling. You guys have seen me. I'm pretty much like, I sit on a beautiful island in a beautiful spot, and I live very, very, very inexpensively, where I can go and get a chang for buy one, get one free, which I didn't even know about it. But this year with the COVID thing going on, there's a couple of deals around here, and there's no tourists. So the main thing that you would have to do in any situation if you come over here below the age of 50 is you would have to have some supplemental income coming in, whether you have a job somewhere, or as I said earlier, just some way of making extra money to support your lifestyle over here, so you could travel and have a decent life without having to stay in a small little place somewhere that you might not be happy in, up next to Cambodia somewhere, which might not be what you came over here for when you wanted to come here and stay in Phuket. Because if you wanted to come here to Phuket, then I'm telling you, $1 million at age 35 would not be enough money for you to last till your end of your life. It just would not be. You would think it would be, but it wouldn't be unless you're one of these people that are really, 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 really good at a budget. So as I said, if you had 30 years to spend here and you had $2,500 US to spend a month, you would be fine and dandy, and you could have a nice little life here in Thailand, and without having to skimp too much and do your vacations and all. Now, and as I said at the very beginning of this video, if you stayed till this part, I'm gonna throw in a big curveball. Here's the curveball. All of the numbers that I was just talking about was for one person. I did not include if you had a girlfriend. I did not include if you have a wife. I did not include if you have children. Here's the curveball. Cut all of that money in half. Think about it that way. Now, even if you had $1 million, even if you had 3,000 coming in a month from that, you've just cut it into 15. 1,500 for her, 1,500 for you, give or take. Depends on your lifestyle, depends on your wife, depends on your girlfriend. So now let's really, really look at it. Okay, the best hope, the best possibility you got is you got $1 million. And if you're like America and most countries have some type of retirement pension plan. So you would be able to, at 65, I think is what Americans are at now, you get our Social Security, which could be, it depends on, everyone has different Social Security. That could be up to and maybe $1,000 US a month on top of that to get you through till your 80s or 90s or however long you live. But that was my point, is if you come over here and live like me, I'm single, you live like me in a house with just a motorbike, you could do it, it's fine. But to have a live-in person, girlfriend, wife, children, family, build a house, you would have thought $1 million would have been enough, but you'd probably be incorrect. And I would love anyone in the comments, please, if you've done it and you've done it better than that. I just wanted to put that out there, that some people think, like I did, I can come to Thailand and stretch my dollars so much further, and that is true. But you would have also thought that if you had $1 million sitting in the bank and you went to Thailand at 50, you would have thought, this should be enough, shouldn't it? It should be enough. But then you'd have to recalculate and think of everything I just told you. So I'm sorry if I rained on anyone's parade, but I'm telling you, I only came over here with a couple of thousand, but I've got the Patreons and my supporters and my members and you guys watching, which has kept me going afloat for almost 6 years now. So thank you very much. If you like these money type videos and want to know anything more, please subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what happened to you, or how much it cost you to be here, or how you have lived and retired as an expat over here. Because these are just my thoughts about what would happen if you had $1 million, never had $1 million, and what would happen if you had a girlfriend or wife that lived with you and built houses, and I haven't done any of that over here either. So I'm just saying, if you've had the experience, please put them in the comments and we'll make more videos about this. You guys have a wonderful day. I'm gonna go over here and hang out with my friends on this beautiful pool by a beautiful ocean, where I'm gonna stop yelling and annoying all the staff here. And I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my afternoon where I am never out at this time of the day, which is why I have been white as white can be, Casper white, for all these years. It's because I don't go out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon like I have today, but I really should. You guys have a good day. I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye.